Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1 between HF and Gaming Gladiators in the Dota 2 Champions League playoffs. Yes, indeed, you heard it correctly. We are currently in the playoffs, and it is getting pretty spicy out here. Because Gaming Gladiators have to make it through the lower brackets to get where they want to be. And that is definitely not a position where people initially would have expected them to drop this this tour. So that is kind of surprising. They're going to be taking on HF on the opposing side. Also a team that is definitely pretty tough to beat. Has been taking down a lot of good teams lately. And HF picking up the Lycan. That's a very early Lycan pick.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remain. Radiant's turn to ban.
Well, with these heroes that have been chosen so far, I do like the Zeus Lycan, very solid. Bane Tiny is also just, a nice staple, though they do have nice interrupts. Plus, Bane is very weak if a Lycan gets on top of him. I guess that's the main reason why the Lycan has been chosen here, because it is incredibly powerful.
It is Dire's ban.
And that is what we want to see.
Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds. Dire's turn to pick.
Well, currently, couple of bans. They get rid of the Bristle because Bristle would destroy Lycan in the lane. Same with the Alchemist. Bloodseeker as well. 3 quick cores taken care of, who would otherwise be rather disastrous to deal with.
Radiant must choose.
And the IO for Gaming Gladiators. Okay, so it's going to be an interesting choice how they're going to be running this.
Seconds. 5 seconds remain.
It is to a degree reasonably flexible. We'll have to wait and see how flexible it indeed does tend out to be. Against the IO, normally you think of heroes like the Grimstroke or the Wyvern possibly as well. The moment they relocate in, you've got your setup ready to pretty much block any moves they could possibly make, which is what some teams tend to go for in their approaches.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Weaver. Okay. So they're gonna pick up the Weaver. It could be a safe lane Weaver, to be fair, and then the offlane Lycan. There is still some flex possibility on their side. Weaver can also, of course, obviously be just straight up support.
5 seconds.
So there are still a couple of ways that they can head with this this lineup so far.
Dire's turn to pick.
The Undying waits.
Undying does make it most likely a position 5 though.
It is Radiant's ban.
So that would probably mean Zeus is still also flexible. Storm Spirit is a hero that could possibly get away. And the fact that HF have a severe lack of lockdown is very advantageous for the Storm. You can just dodge and weave. It's also one of the more classic boom
10
heroes.
seconds remain. Dire's turn to ban. Radiant's turn to ban.
Which is a reasonable plus.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remain.
So far, so good. I definitely do think that because of Gaming Gladiators having so much more lockdown, Storm is a superb pick. They can also go for like a more elusive safe laner. Something that wins against the Lycan, so you're probably looking at maybe a strength hero, or, well, Monkey was also not a bad pick. Timbersaw to deal with the IO if it is going to be the IO in the safe lane. And also kind of denies a bunch of heroes, forcing you more towards like a Gyrocopter yourself, I guess? I mean, it is Dyrachyo. He does play a weird variety of heroes.
5 seconds.
So it would not be too surprising if we get to see a little bit of a pocket pick strat coming out from them. And Gaming Gladiators, last pick. What's it gonna be, guys? Or is this just a tiny... Nah, it's not a tiny safe lane. They're gonna make this a tiny off lane because of that Timber. Otherwise, you're gonna be playing like a tiny IO versus a Timber, which is disastrous. I think they initially wanted the tiny to be a safe lane, though. But Ace is also a capable tiny player, so that wouldn't be too problematic. Does mean that the Lycan obvious... Actually, wait, is this a mid Timbersaw? Or no, mid Zeus probably. I have no idea what they're doing. Weaver 4. Okay, so it's either a Weaver 4. They have actually a lot of flex. Because Lycan can be safe, can be off. Timbersaw can be off, can be mid. Against the Storm, I assume it's just going to be an off Timber, though. Weaver could be safe, could be 4. Even off lane if possible. Zeus can be a 4 or a mid. And Undying, well, Undying is just a 5. Night Stalker. So they're going to go with the tiny safe. Oh, it's a mid Timbersaw for Nikki Cool. Okay. And then it's safe lane Weaver, off lane Lycan. Okay, so it is going to be the tiny versus Lycan lane matchup. That's actually not bad. Tofu on the 4th position Bane, IO for Celery. They are severely lacking in lockdown for this Storm. Like, this Storm has the freest of games. Which is very worrying. All things considered.
10 seconds. remain.
My prediction, I'm gonna go with HF, even though I think Gaming Gladiators have a very good draft because they've got a lot of rotations. I'm thinking maybe they might start lacking a little bit of damage down the line. This is the only worrying thing I really see in this draft. For the most part, the draft is pretty well rounded though. And we get to see a tiny safe lane. I honestly have not seen a tiny safe lane in quite some time.
Prepare for battle.
I am casting this from the lobby, so there is a 5-minute delay for the people in chat right now. And yeah, Ace offlane Night Stalker together with the Bane will be laning up against a Weaver plus Undying. I think that lane might be a bit of a struggle for the Gaming Gladiator side.
Just 30 seconds now.
And Nicky Cool on his classic Timbersaw mid is going to definitely be a lot of fun. Looking forward to seeing what he can bring to the table. It's an interesting choice to pick against a Storm Spirit of all heroes. So I'm definitely very curious on seeing how he's going to be able to handle it. Quickly doing something very swiftly. There we go. Quickly sorted something out. And Retsu on that safe lane Weaver could be the absolute nuisance of a monster in this case. Let's see, Retsu's doing a really good job in that safe lane so far. So that's looking pretty acing. And Ace is getting absolutely bullied out. Mid lane, Nikki Cool versus Boom, also looking pretty hot. Even Klasno Kruto on the Lycan is having a pretty solid lane. He's also got the Helm of the Iron Will being delivered. All things considered, it's looking pretty okay for the time being. They will get first blood though. The Undying does die in the bottom lane. Guess they tried to get a bit aggressive, but got caught on the move.
Bounty.
And top lane, Klasno Kruto is actually taking a heap of damage. Does stay alive for the time being. So he dropping low, but luckily enough he's got the Heavenly Jump, the Goomba Stomp, to get himself out of dodge. This Timbersaw feels like it might just be, like, uncontrollable this game. If he gets a Lotus Orb, because the only one that he has to fear is pretty much the Bane. You get a Lotus Orb, you just run away with everything. Across the entirety of the map. And Dyrachyo just chilling with his farm, going for the power treads, which he does have finished up right now. Wondering if it's going to be an Echo Saber or a Moon Shard. I definitely think that the Moon Shard version is way stronger than the Echo Saber version of the hero. And right now it's nighttime, so that should increase the power of the Night Stalker from this point on. Actually, Lycan, does he have... He doesn't have anything that is a plus in nighttime anymore, does he? And his units critical strikes and added vision at night. Oh, he does get added vision at night with Shapeshift. And his units... Okay, that... How much vision? Bonus night vision. 1,000? That's actually a fuckload.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower. Radiant structures are fortified.
Indeed, look out for falling rocks. Rock'em Sock'em is in the game. And Nikki Cool is also in the game, and Nikki Cool is doing really good. He's too cool for school.
The Radiant scan, eager to know Dire's whereabouts.
It's gonna also be pretty hard to kill off a Timbersaw. For the Dire side, it is very close to impossible unless the Tiny gets like a Silver Edge and a ton of stats. So he also dodging every single engagement. Boom is actually struggling in that mid lane. Right now, he is kind of forced to back off while Nicky Cool is just taking the tier 1 tower towards mid. Early advantage for HF. Not really any rotations being made across the map. They're just all trying to get their own farm on. And enjoy life as much as they can. Which is currently looking pretty okay. Okay, they're going in onto Nicky Cool, trying to grab the rune, but it is bottom, and it's an Invis rune, which Maestro can at least deny from that storm. Nicky Cool is looking for blood. He's trying to get... Boom is not really a target you can kill easily whatsoever. And Nicky Cool is now out of mana as well, so they kind of need to sort of dip. Mid tier 1 gets taken down by Zoe as well. So all things considered, it's looking very solid here. For the side of HF. They're even going to steal the stacks away. Oh my lord, they're doing everything they can and have to deal with the gaming gladiators.
I could do with more of that.
Dire are scanning for enemies. Radiant should look to their
And Nicky Cool is really fat. Dyrachyo, Centaur Stomp, interrupted. The Tiny is in a lot of trouble, doesn't have a way out. Could go for like one toss away, but in comes Timbersaw plus Zoe on the Zeus. That is gonna be munchin'. And Gaming Gladiators in turmoil. The draft is struggling against this HF aggression, especially that Timbersaw mid is going to be the biggest nuisance they deal with. And while all of that's going on, Retsu's just farming bottom. He's going for the Maelstrom. Is reasonably farmed. Still a little bit scared of the Ace Nightstalker though. And most importantly of the Bane. That wants to come to play. It is now daytime again, so Ace is a lot weaker. Retsu feels a bit more confident. However, of course, Ace does have his Dark Ascension that you have to be fearful of. Zip in, Ratsu Weaver, Shikuchi behind the tower, Maestro is here, time-lapse even gets used. And there is Nicky Cool coming in. Gets Nightmared, keeps him controlled, and yeah. They won't get the re-engage going at the very least. But they deny the gank attempt, which of course delays any timings for the opposing side. They also can't control Boom, which is going to be a little bit of a problem, possibly, later down the line. Could always itemize for it, obviously.
There is little hope for Radiant's middle tower.
It's... Don't really know what Gaming Gladiators are doing right now. They're just losing in farm. 4k behind. Nicky Cool is going to steal another couple of Ancients. Celery gets spotted. Almost chopped in half. Tombstone on the high ground. Dyrachyo charging forward. They will go on to Maestro, who is going to get taken down. Plus the Tombstone on the high ground secured as well before Celery dies. So they do get a kill secured. In the meantime, Ace, I guess, just got... Okay, he popped his ulti, otherwise he would have been killed out by the Lycan. Speaking of which, Class No Kruto is dealing significant damage to the tier 2 tower in the top lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And now Tofu has a Fiend's Grip, but that is all he's got. And kill... No, 4 kills, 12 minutes. That is what we're working with right now. Dyrachyo still does not have his Moonshard done. That is pretty problematic. He does have nice attack speed with only one Hyperstone already though, which is a nice plus, but they're losing their tier 2 tower top while they're trying to secure the tier 1 in the bottom lane. And they're actually going Roche. They're not necessarily the fastest lineup, but with the bugs on top, with the Lycan army and the buffs that he gets with the Vlads, Roshan does eventually fall, and that is going to be the first ages of the game in the hands of HF.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
And how are they able to stop this aggression is the key question here. It obviously still needs a key answer.
I'm over here.
Death tax.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Struggles and struggles and more struggles. Boom, taking a lot of damage. Net worth advantage does not increase. Actually, Dyrachyo is going for his shard before he finishes off the moon shard. So we'll be able to... that actually does increase his farm a ton more.
Must be dreaming.
Ace went for the Echo Saber this game. Weaver's got the Maelstrom and Dragonlance already done. He's pretty big top lane. Klaus No Kruto is trying to get rid of the IO. He does find the kill. Now he's just trying to shapeshift his way to freedom. Is going to go for the TP. So close to boom, but yet so far away. Will be able to disengage in the process. Ace, Night Stalker ulti was used as well. Can't really get much more done from it with it. He's trying to see if he can find an opening possibly. Maestro is dropping low. He walked a little bit too far. Drops the tombstone. Ace will be chased. Can they interrupt him? No, they cannot. Lightning Bolt was on cooldown. That is going to be a good kill secured from Ace. But his ulti is going to be on cooldown. So he's also really farmed this game.
Radiant's top tower is in danger. Radiant should look to their top tower. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Not so Dire's bottom tower is in danger.
Dyrachyo still needs that Echo Saber.
Is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Sorry, the Moonshot, not the Echo Saber. But slowly but surely, Gaming Gladiators are further falling away in a pit of despair.
Structures against attack. Dire structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Going in, Nicky Cool, getting some tickle damage. He tries to
Dire's bottom tower
return
is
it.
in danger.
Yeah, thanks.
There's just a severe lack of
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
A severe lack of damage, a severe lack of pretty much everything at this stage of the game.
Radiant's top tower is in
Bottom tier 3, that's what they're looking for. High ground push comes in. They don't have the shard from the Tombsaw, but they do have a Lycan with the push. Tombstone's dropped as well. On the high ground, they have the Wraithback Totem behind. It actually got built up on the Lycan there. Instead of going for the Helm of the Overlord, he went for the Wraithback. So they're just really focused and centered around breaking the enemy's high ground, taking them down. And the way things are looking, that might just be possible here.
Well, what did you expect? Well, what did you expect?
Well, what did you expect indeed?
an ephemeral masterpiece.
All players are ready, back in the game.
Now the fight resumes. But
And that's going to be the tier 1 tower towards, tier 3 tower towards top being taken down. Zip in, boom. Needs to be a little bit careful though. They are just going to continue on with their stride. Mow down these buildings. Shapeshift duration. That is going to be the bottom melee racks taking care of them. Going to make sure the range also falters. Send the Lycan army to chase after someone, harass them as much as possible. But that's a full set of racks secured by HF in 18 minutes. And they've only managed to secure 6 kills so far this series.
Radiant should look to their middle tower.
Zappings coming in. Dyrachyo getting forced back. And Dyrachyo does get rid of Mysore very quickly. Nicky Cool's chasing, relocate from Celery is going to try and get them out. They take a lot of damage, but at least they do disengage. However, the IO... Wait. That was a relocate. Yeah, no, he's going to be sent back, and Celery is going to be very dead. Very, very dead.
A feast for my beetles.
A feast for his beetles. Nom 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 indeed. It ain't letting up. It ain't becoming any easier.
Radiant's bottom tower is in danger. The Radiant glyph is now active.
The wages of fear.
They're all just getting bullied out in the process. So he wants to use his ulti for scouting purposes. Net worth wise, they're still doing a very good job. Dyrachyo's got the Moon Shard done. I think he's getting his Blink Dagger delivered now as well. Yeah, Blink Dagger on the Tiny. Next item's going to be the BKB. It's just a little bit afraid that they might be too far gone. So they kind of need to start a fight here. And they also need to win. Like, that winning part is definitely a very big plus. Also, Lycan has the Dark Troll Summoner for the extra. Look at the building just dropping. Tier 3 tower just straight up gone. Range racks taking a brutal beating immediately afterwards as well. They quickly try to get rid of all the wolves and the creeps and the like. Which they will succeed in, but it is so much damage that they are sustaining. Only 9 kills. I'm still baffled at that, especially because this is like a Zeus game, but then again, both lineups are playing super elusive heroes. Very hard to catch heroes. Oh, Dyrachyo picks up the double damage. He's taking a lot of damage though, and there he just goes. There he just goes. Dyrachyo blinks in, double damage secured, but his life is immediately forfeit. And they are just absolutely on a wear and tear into the Roche, but that's the second Aegis of the game with the shard that they're trying to pick up. Ace is nearby, so is Tofu. They could Night Stalker ult and try and steal it, but I don't really think that is going to be the case. Sip, distraction play. Ace, timing is of the essence. They get the vision, but it gets interrupted. Ace trying to get into the pit. He does. The Roche does die. Ace picks up the Aegis. That's a great snatch. Ace will lose his... Will he lose his first life? No, he actually does get away in the process. And who the fuck got the shard? Storm got the shard? Zeus got the free shard that he can give to someone. I guess Lycan would be nice. I think Timbersaw's probably the best one to get the shard because that adds in pushing powers.
A fitting bounty.
Dun, dun, dun.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Boom's gotta be a bit careful. He's dropping low. Zip away. Does not have a TP available, and that's the biggest problem here, because they might want to chase him forever. Weaver does have the Shikuchi. He's also smoked up for the extra movement speed. Does spot out Boom. The problem is they need to lock him down, and that means they need to get on top of him, and also he has an arcane rune, so he's a little bit too fast to handle. $8k net worth lead, still not the end of the world, but Dyrachyo's, he needs the BKB, otherwise he's toast. Weaver's also got the Skadi finished up, Shard as well.
Dyer's middle barracks.
I'm actually really happy that he has the Shard. Sometimes you see Weavers forget about the Shard completely, and that is preposterous. Because the Weaver Shard really is the reason I think the hero works as a safe laner. Well, Dyrachyo munching away. He's also doing the base race, and Tiny hits like a truck. In comes Nicky Cool, forcing them back for the time being. In the meantime, the mid-set of Rax is going to be the target. Class No Kruto, shapeshift used. There is the relocate coming in. Class No Kruto, does he get away? Blink does get interrupted, but Boom will be able to find the Lycan. And Ace stays alive as well. Gaming Gladiators, they're playing a little bit of a tag kind of assortment here.
Benighted. Killing spree. Bring on. Killing spree. Double kill.
Okay, sorry for that. I guess I was not fully paying attention.
Death tax.
It's a game that is up in the air, to be fair. Mickey Cool. Scythe of Ice is next. Retsu, he's going for the BKB. Tofu gets spotted. They're actually still trying to go for the sneaky play here. Nicky Cool's coming to say hi. Celery dropping low, taking a heap of damage, but they're just so elusive with the Night Stalker, with the Io, the Storm Spirit, and they just don't have any good control. They need like a Rod of Atos or something. Zeus is going for the Ags, which is, I guess, slightly more advantageous to lock the enemy down. However, they're just slithering away. That is the problem with having a lineup that has 0 lockdown. Maybe Weaver could go... I honestly think he should go Gleipnir. For the Gleipnir's got a bit more chance. There is going to be Dyrachyo trying to get the damage in onto the Undying, but it's going to be Tofu who's going to be chased down and pays the price. While bottom lane, Nicky Cool's again trying to defend it. Ace is trying to be a sneaky devil, but they're going to go in, and that is Nicky Cool taking a lot of damage. Look at that attack speed. My god, Ace is the real right-click core right now with that Basher, with the Echo Saber. Attack speed increase from the Io. Range racks are gone. Melee racks are next. Okay. Still in it to win it. Net worth advantage is completely gone. They also got themselves a full set of racks on the side of Gaming Gladiators. Ace is a just monster at this point. They can even take down the Timbersaw that felt like he was immortal. What a weird game. AUC next on class no Kruto. Needs a BKB. Weaver's closest BKB. And, yeah. No idea where this game is going to be heading. Because I can see it easily jumping one way or the other. That's no Kruto. Yeah, Lycan really needs a BKB as well. Even though both teams don't have like the best lockdown, they have some on the Gaming Gladiator side, especially now that Storm has the Ags. The team fight becomes severely problematic, because if you group them all up and you have a Tiny coming in on top and just swinging his big log on top of them, they have definitely enough damage to completely obliterate them. Plus, if Boom gets to level 25, you get the overload attack bounce, and at that point, I think they do have more than enough damage to deal with the HF lineup.
The quest for ultimate glory continues. Enemy
And now, and now, and now. He's going for the Boots of Bearing, which is kind of nice. They do have a couple of slows on the side of Gaming Gladiators. Not really that many. I guess the Echo Saber, Night Stalker slow, and the Void slow. But for the most part, you should be able to run away. Celery doesn't... Does that still have, like, a slow on Ags or something? Oh, they're going in. Ace gonna get away. He does have a BKB available. Celery is in the trees. He's gonna get spotted. And he is just gone. Ace. Do they have a way to burst him down in time? Yes, they do. That is some severe damage, though. Top lane, in the meantime, there is Dyrachyo. He's getting that split push shenanigan going. But a quick double kill is pretty big. Unfortunately, they aren't dead for that long. Celery is level 13.
are fortified.
Ace is level 17. So they're almost back up. And of course, Io could always relocate, buy back, relocate. In comes the AoE, Electric Vortex. Nimbus on top. The damage is there, though. The tiny chunks away at his opponent, smacking them into oblivion. And a double kill now for Boom. They're looking for more, though Tofu, of course, has a Fiend's Grip. Got to be a little bit careful of that. Nightmare gets thrown out. Immediately gets taken care of. Chase for more. Tofu is dead. They find the Bane. Roshan is not up yet, but the next Roshan is, of course, going to be free. Either Ags or Refresher Shard.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Weaver going for the Chrysalis, so probably going to bring in that Daedalus soon enough. Pure solid damage being built up on the Weaver. Nicky's got himself the Scythe now as well, so they got a bit of lockdown for some of the enemies. Like if you Scythe the Night Stalker, he's still gone. But I guess it's really good for the Storm in this case, who's I mean, Shiva's, Ags, Kaya Sans, they're going into Roast, though. Can they kill it off in time? That is a Refresher Shard Roast. They definitely want that one on the Storm. And then the Radiant side, I guess you want that on the Zeus. Roche gets scanned up. There's going to be a jump, zip onto the Undying, but Roche is already dead. Aegis Cheese. And the Refresher on the Weaver. The Shapeshift gets used. The Dyrachyo taking a lot of damage. They're going to go in onto the Zeus. Zeus is dead, does buyback. Pops his sap onto Tofu to interrupt everything he has. Retsu's pumping out damage, though. Retsu's going ham on the damage bar. Pops his time lapse. Will lose his first life, but still has his second. Klasno Krut on the side. He's just as a little doggy running back and forth, chasing his tail, but they tried to catch up Retsu. Will they be able to finish him off? The tree toss will find Klasno Krut. Retsu going for the TP. And he gets bashed in the process because Ace got that skull bash. Another time lapse use. Retsu is dead again. And that is a huge team fight coming in for the Gaming Gladiators. And I think they are pretty good at gaming.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is no more.
Tombstone just dropped to make sure that the creeps and everything stays at bay for it long enough for the teammates to respawn. Dyrachyo's got a full Silver Edge now built up, so they have a way of breaking the Timber Saw, and he does not feel as invincible as he did earlier. With the big fat log, chunking down buildings is exactly what Dyrachyo and Celery want to do. Only need one more for the full set of racks and to secure the W in this game. But they now do have their Weaver back. Retsu is back in action.
Haste!
However, they need to just have Boom hasn't died a single time this game, and that is pretty much a telltale story on the HF draft. Zip in, but a great catch coming out. Boom, however, he gets absolutely obliterated. Retsu, however, gets himself just barely time-lapse away. Buyback from the Night Stalker comes, from the Undying comes back in. Ace is going for the Zeus, who does not have a buyback available, obviously. And now Ace will be able to run away. They lost Boom, but they got 3 kills popped on the side of Gaming Gladiators. And again, Boom's playing so well on the Zeus. On the Storm. Sorry, my bad. Same with Ace. Like, he's constantly killing off that Zeus every single fight. I'll quickly show up the buybacks, because that's what's important right now. Retsu does not have the money for a buyback. So definitely does have to be a little bit careful. It's a lot harder to kill him without the Zeus present, considering he does have 2.8k and you need to lock him down for a reasonably lengthy amount of time. So they can't get megas yet on Gaming Gladiators, but they are definitely in control of the game. As you can see, the map presence they have, they're just zoning everything out, warding every position. Okay, in comes Nikki Cool. Wanting to go for a fight. Quick counter ward just in time before it vanished on its own. So that ward has been there for quite an excessive amount of time.
Double damage.
And the farming frenzy does continue. Full satanic now on the tiny. And, you know, more damage on top. Big strength hero. Walking around with 700 auto attack damage.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Night Stalker jumping in. Does get hexed immediately, but the zip comes through. Gets a 2-man catch. Boom, pumping out damage like it means nothing. Duracho, chop, 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 he says. On the block you go. The rest of the team, can they get any damage going? Retsu and Klasno Kruto kind of need to disengage. They did buy back on Nikki Cool. Boom does lose a lot of HP here. Is going in for Zoe. The Zeus does not have that buyback available for 3 more minutes. That's 2 dead on the side of HF without a buyback. In comes Nikki Cool charging forward. Can he get the kill onto Ace? Zaps him down. Ace is dead. 90 seconds. He actually doesn't have the money for a buyback. Though Nikki Cool does need to be careful for himself. He's going to get broken. He's taking a heap of damage. In comes Boom with a great electric vortex onto 2. In comes the Duracho. Chopping all day long. Chasing for Nikki Cool into the trees. Cannot disengage. Klasno Kruto will be able to get out. But that should be game, set, match. And it looked atrocious for Gaming Gladiators. But they do manage to turn this game upside down, inside out. And in their favor, they get it.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's tower is under attack.
Easy top set of racks. Retsu did buy back though. But zip in. He's trying to get the kill on, catch onto both of them. Klasno Kruto just gets his shapeshift back. And okay, the toss forward. Celery actually put in an awkward position, but Retsu is not there to pump out the damage, or is he? Celery will at the very least die. And they're looking for more, but gotta still be careful for the Boom zip into Electric Vortex wombo combo shenanigan.
Regeneration.
Oh, a quick kill onto BKB forced out, sorry, onto the Weaver. That is actually pretty big. Now you don't have Retsu with a BKB for the next fight. And Retsu, big problem. Zip comes in, controlled up. Retsu, that's a dieback. That should be game, set, match. I don't really think that there's any chance they can come back in. GG gets called, and indeed, that is Gaming Gladiators taking game number 1 in their favor. after coming back, being one set of racks down after 18 minutes. For the people that don't know, there is a 5-minute delay on the stream because I'm casting from the lobby, so that you all know. That's why I'm not responding to chat this time around. I do hope that you like it. If you do, don't forget to follow the channel. It does mean a lot to me. And I'll be back for game number 2 after a short break. Don't forget, follow this channel right here. Big love. We'll see you next game. Welcome back, ladies and gents. Round number 2 on the way, sort of, almost. We're getting close. I'll just have my face here for the for a couple of seconds, and then I'll say ta-ta, bye-bye. But yeah, we got a Zeus Pango for HF versus the Weaver Beastmaster. So a lot of Roche potential ready with those first 2 picks on the side of Gaming Gladiators. Add in the CM, you got Auras as well. Now included. CM also pretty solid in freezing people. Get it? Because solid is like a state of water where it's frozen and then it turns into ice. Okay, I'll just shut up. Regardless, CM, it is a stable hero. Weaver could also be a safe lane in this situation, and then you put the Crystal Maiden as a 5 or a 4, because both Celery and Ace can, Tofu can easily play it, because #Tofu big fan. Skywrath Mage for HF. They have a Sky and a Zeus. I think that's a little bit too much of the Magic game. I do like the Sky's instantaneous silence against the Weaver, though, which is really good to make sure he can't Shikuchi you away. The problem is you don't have lockdown. HF, like Pangolier roll, yeah, it's good lockdown, but that's the only thing that they have so far. Last game we saw it as well. They just could not hold down the Boom Zeus Storms whatsoever. That was a big problem in their draft. And right now they pick 2 heroes that kind of also can't do anything in that regard. Jakiro is like slightly better, but Jakiro, why do they have 3 heroes that are... I mean, I assume it's a Zeus mid then, but it looks very support heavy on the Sky, Zeus, Jakiro. Even Pangolier can be played as a 4. Jakiro is a hero that has a really good stun, but most of the time you kind of need to set up, especially if you're up against a Weaver, because it is kind of a skill shot, the Ice Bath. It is not, gonna lie, pretty hard to pull off. So you definitely need to have your aim on point if you're going to try and make that one work. You also kind of need... maybe Faceless Void could be on the minds of HF. I think that would be a good ban for Gaming Gladiators, because Void is really good with all of these HF heroes and very good against the Weaver. Not great against the Beastmaster in the lane. That might be one big issue. But you do have chrono damage, you do have, especially the macro pyre from the Jakiro to set everything up. Afterwards, you can hit them with the Ice Bath. It is pretty solid. So far, Gaming Gladiators, they need a mid. And considering you're very likely up against a Zeus mid, unless this is an offlane Jakiro, which would make things interesting. But it's likely going to be a Zeus mid that you're playing up against. So you know the mid matchup, that's why you can pick up your own mid laner. I would say, like, well, they banned Puck themselves. Against a Zeus, just go straight up Lina for Boom or something. Or Quap, he's also pretty capable on playing the Queen of BDSM.
It is Radiant's man.
Or they're going to go Pudge and say, F everything, we're going to meme around Pudge Gaming. I would assume it's a Duraccio hero for the safe lane, because he always plays weird strength heroes like that. He loves playing the safe lane Dawnbreaker. He loves playing the safe lane Mars. For some reason, the Doom. So why not add in the Pudge Flubber Gut? I would assume they ban out the Ursa.
10 seconds.
I would definitely ban out Ursa if it was HF. They actually ban out the Kato, so they expect this to be a mid-pudge, I guess. Maybe Boom plays mid-pudge. I don't know. I'm not that well-versed with Western EU, unfortunately. Haven't been able to watch it that much. I'm a South American boy. Even though I live in the Netherlands, I watch and cast a lot of the South American Dota. Best Dota out there. Ooh, Runites have a pretty good draft against Navi for game 1.
Dire's band.
Actually like that one a lot. Quickly gonna check out what the odds are.
Seconds remain to pick. Seconds. 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Okay, let's see. What can they get done here?
Dire must choose.
Ursa. It's not really that surprising that they'll pick up the Ursa. Like, it's the most obvious. I don't even know why you'd ban TB, because TB just gets owned by Pudge. Pudge literally just farts on him and he dies.
10 seconds.
And Gaming Gladiators last pick. What are they going to go for? Is it a safe lane or a mid lane? Are we going to see Dyrachyo on the Pudge, or are we going to see Boom on the Pudge? Or are we going to see neither of the two on the Pudge, and this will be a support position for Pudge for Tofu, which is also a possibility. Even a 5 Pudge for Celery, where you play the Weaver. Actually, Weaver safe lane Pudge 5 is like a superb choice here, because Weaver fucks Ursa. And it's a last pick. Tiny?
Your hero. Make the ultimate choice.
It is a mid-tiny. And to say, okay, so they are going safe lane Pudge. But it's a mid-tiny that they pick against an Ursa. They got 3 strength heroes on the side of Gaming Gladiators. But look at that. What the frick is that mixed set from Dyrachyo, though? That is just weird. But we get to see some Pudge safe lane gameplay from Gaming Gladiators. Who'd have thunk? Who would have thunk? I did not even know that they played Pudge safe lane. So I am surprised. I am mesmerized. Kept thinking I could never live without a Pudge by my side.
Seconds.
Then I spent so many years thinking how it could go wrong. And Pudge grew strong because he ate a lot of people. And now he's back to crack your back. You're not welcome anymore. Now I got that song stuck in my head, and I grew strong, but not because of the song. And now we're here. I actually dig that Ursa set. It's kind of like a werewolf bear thing. I dig it. It's kind of cool. Level 30 Bango for Class No Kruto. Level 6 Pudge. Dyrachyo, you gotta do better than that. He did win his last game as a Pudge, so, you know, okay. Okay. I'll let it slide.
Prepare for battle.
Still a game later. YNT versus Team Unique is later. Games tomorrow. I think actually tomorrow, the playoffs for the next season, the open qualifiers for next season start. Dota 2 Champions League. For season 13. Which is weird, because Season 12 is not even finished yet. Let's see, what's on the schedule planned? Yeah, tomorrow is VP versus Entity. Lower bracket finals. And then Sunday is the grandest of finals.
30 seconds.
Entity versus VP tomorrow, bro. That's gonna be fucking lit, man. You daft prick. No, all jokes aside, that's actually gonna be pretty cool.
Oh, goodbye.
Beep beep, I'm a sheep.
10 players complete.
Tofu, big fan. Onto the Ursa to harass him. Does manage to scoop up the bounty, so it's a 2-for-2 trade. Ratsu's taking heaps of damage. Ace actually going for Wild Axes level 1, which you do see a lot more of the Beastmasters these days. Look at the body block from Tofu, making sure Ratsu gets tickled into oblivion. Look at that damage. No healing salvage, no nothing. He's just gonna have to tank it like a G. Oh. Oh no, 8 stacks of the Wild Axes debuff. That is actually pretty hefty. 9 stacks now. But Ace is kind of out of mana, so he can't continue that friend. Actually, he could do one more with the magic sticks. But the debuff stacks are gone. And Retsu also has 7 stacks of the magic stick, so he's going to be just Gucci. In the meantime, top lane, Klasno Kruto versus Diraccio and Celery. This is actually a filthy lane, because look at the amount of enchanted mangoes Crystal Maiden has. Celery, why do you have to be so cruel? He do freeze, he do hook, and now we got an ice cold hooker. Otherwise known as a corpse.
Radiant's courier makes the ultimate sacrifice.
Ooh, Tofu scoops up the courier. Sneaky beaky. I guess he's gonna go for the wait. Why is the Pudge courier head? Oh, he's gonna buy the regen from the Ring of Health. Mid lane, Nicky Cool versus Boom. This time he's not playing the Timbersaw. Played a really good Timbersaw, but eventually, like, they just let Gaming Gladiator just played last game really well.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh, goodbye.
To the middle tower.
I really would have expected them to go for the Weaver safe lane, actually, and then make the Pudge either a 4 or 5. Maybe even off lane. Nah, no, not off lane. Not a single kill yet. As I say that, I see Klasno Kruto at like no HP. Though Shield Crush is pretty good because it does 32% damage reduction if you hit 2 enemies with it. 16% per hero that you hit. Diraccio is looking for a hook.
Tis mine.
But Klasno Kruto does have ways of getting out and dodge. The problem is he can't find any chances to get some last hits. If you get close to the creep, he's going to get frozen, hooked, dead. Creep pull from so high.
Even I like a good bauble.
What does it, Jensen?
Oh, goodbye.
Okay. Another game where there's just barely any kills coming in. I'm baffled. Class no cruto. Ho ho. Dodge and weave, baby. Dodge and weave. Oh no! Don't walk back in. Nom nom nom. Dyrachyo gets a kill. Nom nom nom. He gets a second. Noms.
I'm just ribbing ya.
He's just ribbing ya. Nicky Cool with the high five. Yeah, look at the HP pools on the HF side. If you had a Bloodseeker in this game, you'd also love life. So much. Okay, so High is dead. Dyrachyo going for class. He does have a shield crash and a swashbuckle. He's gonna get frozen though. Ooh, Glass gets the kill onto Dyrachyo. Actually, the creeps do get the kill. And now Celery's gonna turn it around. No, Pango, no. Celery gets level 5 at 5 minutes on a CM boss 5. So many 5s. If it was all 6s, he'd be the devil. Now he's just a god.
The dire scan on the hunt for radiant forces.
And Retsu dead. Bye, Maestro. Yeah, it looks like this is just going to be Gaming Gladiators with an easy 2-0 stomp. Oi.
Invisibility. How about I do this? Does it help?
It definitely does help, Fatso. Just belly drum your way to victory. Because it is glorious. Everyone in chat enjoys it. I'm just in love with people that pick Pudge. It's just in pro matches, not in my pubs. Actually, in my pubs, I actually don't mind it these days if I get a Pudge in my team. For me, it's kind of mesmerizing and enjoyable. A lot of people might hate it, but I'm not a lot of people. And Maestro is... Go. Actually, Tofu is in trouble. Chop, 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 baby, says Retsu, getting himself his first kill of the game. Looking to go Battle Fury? I guess against the Beastmaster, maybe? But Dyrachyo is just the big bad bully. He's got himself the Hood of Divines plus raindrops, and next item is just going to be the straight Ags, because that's how a real Chad builds.
Bounty.
Nicky Cool, farming up the jungle? While the Sky takes over mid.
The Radiant scan, eager to know Dire's whereabouts.
And Tofu with the urn. So he's gonna go for that Spirit Vessel build. I was thinking maybe he'd go for like the anything more flashy this game, considering how hard they are on a tear. You do have to be a bit careful with the Zeus ulti though. Bottom lane, big fight coming out. Retsu pops his ulti, going for Ace. In comes so high! And Ace is dead. Tofu gets silenced up in the process. He's trying to disengage, should be able to get away. But Boom's got that Blink Dagger reveal coming in. Double kill secured for the big bad Boulder of Doom. And that is the nickname of Boom!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Murder spree. Triple homicide.
And you can see why Boom is the big bad Boulder of Doom. Doom, I tell you. Toss back, Nicky Cool on the run. Can he get away? Ice Bath keeps him alive for a bit longer. Nope. Salari's got the range. 5k net with lead. Racho's got one piece of Zags. Tofu big fan to stop. Where Retsu's also at. Technically, Retsu should be able to beat the Racho, but he is actually just a bunch of levels behind. So it still takes a lot of damage. And doesn't have overpower at the moment. And he's dead. Ice Bath comes in just a second too late. They're looking for Daracho. He does have some nice magic armor with the barrier. And we'll be able to just scurry back home. He's got 4 flesh heap stacks. 8 extra strength already.
Go my time off again.
Indeed, Boom Boom. Honey Boo Boo. Gotta fit in those slim jeans. And towards mid, you got Nicky Cool and Maestro trying to defend it out. But this just feels like it's a waiting game until it's already OVER. Which spells over if you did not realize that just yet.
Dominating. Great teamwork, you vicious thugs.
Zeus ulti scouts everything out. They almost get the kill into Boom. That's a pretty big one. In comes Celery. Freeze!
Is under attack.
And he does get taken out. Almost gets a couple of kills himself.
Radiant's bottom tower is in danger.
I know Celery is vegan. Is Tofu vegan?
Little hope
I
for
mean,
Dire's
I know that the product of Tofu is vegan. But is Tofu the player vegan? I think Beksu is also vegan. There's a lot of vegans in Dota.
There is little hope for Radiant's middle tower.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dire's top tower is in danger. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant have fortified their structures against attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Nicky Cool. The Zeus being the counter ward champion.
Is no more. Dire should look to their top tower.
That's why your team wants you to play Zeus. Just so that they can easily counter ward Tofu, TP's top side. He's all alone though, but they don't... I mean, unless Maestro hits a really good Ice Bath, which is going to be pretty hard. They do manage to get the tier 1 tower towards top. Retsu has 3 pieces for his Battle Fury. It's not the fastest. It's actually pretty slow Battle Fury timing. But it's also not the worst.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Mice are waiting for them to try and counter ward. He is trying to tank any smoke gangs. Celery smoke is broken. Toss up. Bye bye. Down low you go. Klasno is actually going in onto Boom. Doesn't have a blink available. And Boom gets saved for now. But does he actually get saved? Mystic Flare on top. Boom is dead. Dyrachyo might be next. Swashbuckle in. He's going to get silenced. He wants to actually go for the nom-noms. Klasno Kruto will just melt a Celery there. Dyrachyo's got the hook and he hits it because he's a good hooker.
You're dead, and that's a cold, hard fact.
He's such a good hooker.
Radiant should look to their top tower.
A golden thread.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Has only died one time. 5 flesh heap stacks. Infinite scaling potential.
The radiant glyph is now active.
How much does it actually heal? Damage per second. Wedge gets healed for the same amount he damages.
Radiant should look to their middle tower. Radiant's middle tower.
But it's an 8k net worth lead, and that is fairly problematic. Dyrachyo's got the Ags done as well. Look at that rate. Look at the damage. He's taking down Ancients with just his rot. Luce's healing is not really that important this game. I guess a little bit with the Possessed Mask. Actually, Dyrachyo's going for Retsu, but Retsu, ooh, dodges the hook. Unfortunately, there is a Crystal Maiden on the other side. And Celery even going for the high five play. The toxicity that comes out of these people sometimes.
Tower is under attack. A doodle for the ancient dice should look to their bottom tower. Fall to the die.
Okay. Age is picked up by Boom. Dyrachyo gets Ice Bath. Rolling Thunder in. Mystic Flare. He is just dead. Celery is going to be the next target that they're hunting down. They do find a double kill. Big turnaround play, but Ace doesn't even care. He's farming on the side. Gets himself a nice little big fat black dragon. Klasno Kruto doesn't have a Rolling Thunder, so he can't catch up to Ace, and he'll just be able to disengage. Also, they have the Aegis still alive. Boom's going for the Ags, which I've seen a lot more Tinies built these days. I'm really surprised, wondering why. Tofu's vegan? Okay, thank you very much. I mean, I see that 5 minutes in the future, but still.
Radiant should look
I
to
would
their
really like to watch a, you know, dinner with Gaming Gladiators stream or something. That would be interesting, considering 2 of them are vegan. I don't know if the rest is vegan or not. They might be forced to be vegetarians if they live together.
Murder spree.
All these zappings coming in. Chase for more. That's Boom. Nice catch. Quickly gets a kill. Falls back. But that haste rune is a little bit too elusive. Oh.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Okay, so tofu isn't vegan. Well, like the product is, but the player isn't. Okay.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Klasno Kruto rolling away past all the enemies. In comes the Pudge. Can he get a good hook? No. Guessed incorrectly. Pango gets out. 11k net with lead, though. And my big left toe hurts, though. Like a lot. I stubbed my toe really bad last night.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And I don't know on what.
There is little for Dire's middle tower.
Tier 3 tower, high ground siege. They do a lot of damage. He still needs a shard on the Tiny, actually. Kind of surprised he doesn't have one, but instead is going for the straight Axe Rush.
Murder spree.
Ow, my toe. Oh, Retsu got owned. Got owned, not get owned. I'm not rooting for Gaming Gladiators, even though I like them a lot. But there's just so many teams I like these days. I don't know which one's my favorite.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Chunky Monkey on the building. There we go. Boom, looking to lose his first life. But at least forces out the Rolling Thunder for now. And that's a big team fight cooldown that's gone. Okay, actually, Boom's dead again. Zap comes in. They take so much damage. What? Shard plus Thunder God's Wrath plus Kaya Sanj. Like, he does, with spell amplification, 500 damage. Then you have 9% of everyone's HP hit as well. That is, like, more. That's like 700 damage on some heroes. Of course, spell amplification, what's it called? Magic resistance helps a decent amount on some of them, 25% base. But still, how much does Boars actually have? Boars have 0 magic resistance and 0.
Radiant's bottom tower
Okay, Boars get owned pretty easily. That's a big plus. Because I'm a Kato player and I hate Enigma's Eidolons having like 70% magic resistance. It is broken, it is busted. It is BS. Smoke gets broken. Klasno still needs a blink because he's literally the only reason they're winning any fights. Tofu?
is under attack.
HF is 14k behind. Doesn't feel that way though. They are finding kills. They are doing a lot of damage.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, Duracho blinking away before the Rolling Thunder continues. Boom as well. They're all on the disengage. Roar gets thrown out to keep Klasno at bay. Celery on the side will be the picking target. Will freeze in Maestro and take him down. Nicky Cool. Zap comes through. 1-for-1 trade. Actually, if you count Celery, Tofu, then it's a 2-for-1. But yeah, it's not like... It's not feeling like they're that far behind. You know? You dig? You see? You feel? I know Celery is vegan. I used to have him in my friends list on Steam. Then he kicked me from his friends list on Steam. Never asked him why. Just felt hurt. At least I got VT faded on my friends list.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'll and Saberlight and Chad, the Chad, if he didn't remove me yet. I'll have to check after this game. going in. Mystic Flare, Celery dropping low. But there's a tree volley coming in. Maestro, Nom Nom, Dyrachyo coming in with the heavy damage. They find themselves 3 kills. No Rolling Thunder from Klasno available. He's in spawn. And finally, they get a fight without the Pango in the business. And they get a good one. Wow, he clips himself with the Tumblr story. So if anyone walks past him right now, they'll never know he's here. Yay, now he's even fatter. Look at that ivory tower, blubber tower.
Let's skip to the good stuff. Yes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Actually, I have that coach in my friends list as well. Where is he? I can ask him.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, they do get the kill on Tofu again. Does get blown up quickly. Boom's actually kind of stuck. In comes Dyrachyo, but the rage is just in time from Ratsu, looking to continue on to Boom. Boom's taking a lot of damage, taking quite some time. He's still alive, dodging and weaving his way through. Can not get away, but they do manage to get at least 3 kills in return. And big kills to boot. Plus, Nicky Cool is in trouble trying to run through in the tree lines, but they're going to get cut in the meantime. In comes Maestro. Ice Bath will not keep Nicky Cool alive. Celery from behind. Freeze! Also, I just asked their coach, the coach of Gaming Gladiators. He said, no, tofu is not vegan. So, the more you know.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
22k net with advantage. And into the pit they go. Second Roshan with the free shard. La 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 la. Who will get it though? Pudge for the dismember Nom Nom teammate? Or... well, it is cooldown reduction as well. Rolling through. Klasno Kruto. In the pit he goes. The age still to be picked up. Klasno Kruto. Scoop scoop. Toot toot. Beep beep. I'm a motherfucking sheep, baby. Mystic Flare on top. Nom Nom. He just used his shard. So high. Cannot glimmer. Stay alive. Because he's just going to get tossed into oblivion by the boom. Here comes the boom. Ready or not. Celery. Anyone remember that commercial from, I think it was ESL, where they said, like having some CEO or something had like a nameplate and it said celery, and he said his name was Celery. I always think of that freaking commercial when I see Celery's name. Ace, Beastmaster on the run after the roar. Babish! Class still has that Aegis, obviously. Seeing if you can get a random tree volley connection. Needs an Aether Lens just for the extra range on tree volley. It's a little bit minimal right now. Shocker. Doesn't have a shard yet. That's also kind of surprising. An Ace's top net worth on a Beastmaster. That's impressive. Retsu, Battle Fury BKB. That's his items right now. Yep, he's not really farmed. Tofu's going Ags after his Yules plus Spirit Vessel. Class no Kruto. Honestly, I'm really impressed with... he is a level 30 Pango, so obviously he should be pretty okay at it. But I am still very impressed with his Pango performance. Even though they are 28k behind. You can definitely see that Gaming Gladiator's still a little bit wary of just walking up the high ground. Yes, Nikki, you are electrifying. We get it.
What have we here?
Oh, Duraccio, they're going in onto Celery. Zeus ulti gets used. And the save from Duraccio comes in, but they don't have a Basher yet. Rolling Thunder does get interrupted. Celery jumps out for some reason, very low in HP. Boom, however, doesn't have a BKB either. He's going to get absolutely zapped, so much magic damage. He just got the BKB delivered, but Retsu right click. He finishes off for his BKB duration is over. They're looking for Duraccio next. The Pudge is on the run. Tofu's nearby. He does not have his Ags yet. Class no Kruto dodged it, but he still has that Aegis. Duraccio, nice sidestep of the Ice Bath. In comes the Fatty Boom Boom Wrecker, Ursy Wursy Furball. And they get a triple kill. Okay. If this used to be like the old net worth advantage, the old comeback mechanic that you had in Dota, they would just have lost like 12k after that fight. Remember when like one bad fight literally meant you lost the game, no matter what stage you were in? Ah, the good old days of literally every game being a comeback. Budger going for the overwhelming blink. Like, he is so far ahead. Ace as well and Boom as well. But they still keep dying. I'm so baffled at that. Bashers are now done on both Retsu and Class no Kruto. All the items in the world and it's not keeping them alive. How the fuck? Would HF even know that they're 26k behind is my question. Do they even feel that way with how aggressive they're playing? Oh, that Hawk spotting out so much. The roar comes out. Mysore is controlled. Swashbuckle back. Glasno forced to pop his Rolling Thunder. Retsu going for the right click fights. Has to force his BKB popping coming through. Oh, Glasno doesn't get the jump onto Boom. Trying to disengage, the hook's not going to connect. They lose their 2 supports, but Class just gets the TP to safety. Beep beep! I love it! I love it! I'm all for it! Rolls by beep beep! Oh, that is honestly one of the best voice lines in the game. Well, they are looking to continue forward. Ace has a roar in 8 seconds. The 2 supports are almost back alive. They lose top set of racks. Now it's only a 31k net with lead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Rolling Thunder, jump in, going in for Boom. Does not have his BKB yet, but he's going to get nom nom by Dyrachyo. Gets stunned up immediately. And Class No Kruto needs to be careful because his Rolling Thunder is about to end. Boom is pretty low in HP though. It always is very dangerous to say HP though, because it sounds like pedo. H-pedo. Yep. Just want to give you a caster's insecurities. Same like saying Nemiga or Nigma for obvious other reasons. Oh, Zoe.
I shall not report.
Or Ace, because I casted with Ace yesterday, but that was a Brazilian Ace. Slightly different Ace than this Ace. He was blonde. I actually don't know if this Ace is blonde. Okay, rolling in. Not really the target you want to roll on. Boom. Actually, is dead. Can't even pop his BKB in time. Dyrachyo's going to be the next one. Oh my god. Punch is down for the count as well. Double kill. Roche is up in a minute. And again, you know, they got the tools. They got the spells. It's all they need. If this was an even game in net worth, it would have been absolutely disastrous for Gaming Gladiators. They're 30k behind and they still keep losing heroes. Oh. HF has zero fear, my man. Zero. They woke up and they chose violence. Oh, Ace TP out. Unfortunately, none of the bashes were there because they were both on the other side of the map. Because if you got a swashbuckle there, hit him with the stun, crack his back, clap that fool. And Roche has a free Aghanim Scepter to be picked up. Oh, baby. He doesn't have the Shield Crash CD and Ball. Otherwise, that could have been great on the Pango. I assume it's going to be for the Ursa because of that. Yeah, Ursa gets himself the Aegis plus a free Ags. Okay, not bad, not bad. 22k net with advantage. And now it's a 18-second cooldown and allows it to use it when disabled. Which is nice against the Pudge Nom Nom. Does have to be careful of like silences. Boom. Trying to get rid of it. Class No Kruto. Actually. Oh! There is going to be a BKB poppage. Boom. In trouble. He's actually going to get melted right now. Dyrachyo with the save. Actually, the time-lapse save onto Boom. The Tiny is still dropping low. Is going to get eaten by Dyrachyo. They have so many freaking saves on the Dire side. Ratsu popped his Enrage. He still has that Aegis available, but is going to lose his life. And there is no Class, no Kruto buyback. Crystal Maiden on the side suddenly brought out so much work. Dyrachyo on the side is silenced up. Dyrachyo on the Pudge is going to get taken down regardless. And again, the Pudge is dead. Did force a buyback on both sides out. Actually going to smoke up. Okay.
No, take that.
Okay. Question mark. What to do? What to do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. Actually, right now, good boys, good boys. Boom gets spotted. Bottom side, Celery would be a dieback if he gets caught. He gets spotted, though. Ice Bath. Oh, that Force F keeps him alive, but Boom's in the area, so it's a little bit too risky. They're falling back. Great call. Just barely dodges everything. Boom, however, takes a lot of damage. Pops the BKB. In comes Ace from the side, trying to get a catch with the Roar. Did he just miss his Roar? They do find Maestro. That is going to be a dieback. They don't have the Pangolier back just yet, but neither is Dyrachyo in the building at the moment. Okay. So high, does get taken down. Crystal ulti, they find the Zeus. Nikki Cool, can he get away? Does not have a buyback available. Rolling Thunder from Class, no Kruto. Tofu stuck, does use himself to stay alive for as long as possible. Is gonna get stunned up in the process and will die in the end. But they also don't have Boom available. Retsu's dropping low. Can he stay alive? No, he cannot. No buyback available for Retsu. And now it's all on Class, no Kruto. The Pango has to try and survive. He's gonna get smacked to the wall, bounce it all back. In comes the jump. Buyback from the Skywrath Mage, but Class no Kruto is dead. Does have a buyback available, of course. So high with the Psychic Headband, trying to force them away, but won't be able to disengage, and that should be the finisher. Not gonna lie.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. The Dire now have negative.
It's Class no Gado. Rolling Thunder. There we go. Roll your way to victory, baby. Ursa doesn't have buyback for 45 gold. He's so close. So close. They just need a bounty rune, 30 seconds more until he's got a buyback available on the Ursa. But Class is dead. Maestro is dead. They're all dead. He does have a buyback in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Buyback going in on Celery, gets him killed off. Dyrachyo is in trouble as well. He's being chased down by Retsu. The Ancient is under siege, and they're still going to lose because the Ancient is going to get destroyed. But it was a they lost 2-0. But HF, they put up a fight against a Division 1 Western EU team, and I applaud them massively. They were no pussies. They didn't stand in their base the entire game. They went out to fight. They went for those engagements. They got them going, and they tried their utmost. Unfortunately, it was not good enough, and they get cracked. But big props to them. Beautiful stuff from HF. Starting to become a fan. Class no Kruto on the Pango especially. Mwah, that second game was superb. But that does mean that I'm going to swap the stream over to normal stream and just, I guess, play games. Because, I mean, there's another series coming afterwards, which is, I think, Y&T against Unique, which I could technically do, but I also don't want to do the full best of 3 series. So that would mean I'd only do 1 or 2, and I can't be arsed to do that because, well, that would be mean towards the people that are watching and just see me vanishing off the screen. So, while you're seeing this, I will be immediately after this section right now is over, I will be restarting the stream without delay. The more you know. Okay. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye-bye. And, ta-ta.